Ole Miss has seen a 65% increase in tuition since 2010, when the rate was at just over $5,000 a year. Interim Chancellor Larry Sparks says there are several factors at play when it comes to tuition.
There is a direct correlation between growth, between participation, and a reduction in the percentage of state appropriation for public higher education nationwide.
Only 12.5% of the budget comes from state funding at Ole Miss, which has seen a $14 million decrease in state funding since 2016. Sparks says this is because there's only so much money in the bank, and some educational institutions need it more than others.
The growth has outpaced, and growth in other areas in the state budget that has no funding sources other than appropriations that have to be dealt with, and we understand that.
This student says the continuous tuition rise brings financial concerns, some now having to pay off a greater amount of student debt than expected.
I think in the future it will cause me a little bit more stress, and I will inevitably have to pay more money and devote more of my bills to paying off my student debt, on top of going to school for 15 hours a semester.
The university's financial aid director says that since tuition increases are regular, students should consider this when applying for loans and scholarships.
We talk about the fact that it is a good idea to plan for the fact that at a public school like ours, there may be at least modest increases in tuition and non-resident fee rates every year. So people do want to try and build that in.
Divin Brown says students should seek guidance from the financial aid office.
We're happy to sit down with people to consult about that, because that's what we do. So we're really hoping people will take advantage of that opportunity.
Matt Hendley, NewsWatch Ole Miss.